About 2 years ago, I posted my very first self-improvement YouTube video on this channel and got a whopping 10 views. Sadly, it wasn't enough to give me financial freedom and save me from my corporate job, but I nevertheless kept going like a madman because I despise nothing more than me constantly saying what I want to achieve but never actually putting in the work to realize it. My story isn't like what you see of most self-improvement YouTubers or just YouTubers in general. I followed a couple of channels just so I could follow along their journey, and it also makes me feel like I'm not alone in this pursuit. Among all these self-improvement channels, I could pretty much split them into 3 main groups. The first one being those that has created their channel a couple of months ago, experienced a viral video, and are pretty much continuing to ride that wave and has moved on to even creating a business out of it, which are pretty much an inspiration to me and something that I hope to achieve someday. The second one is pretty much the same as the first group, where they had a viral video in the hundreds of thousands of views early on in their journey, but they weren't able to emulate the same success and ended up quitting. When I looked at this group of channels, which are still channels that I remain subscribed to in the hopes that they didn't actually quit but just took a break, I can't help but feel disappointed that they gave up so easily after getting what many channels like myself has worked so hard for a long time and still not able to achieve it. There's this one channel that had multiple videos go viral in the first few months of his channel, gotten thousands of subscribers, monetized his channel, and I don't know what he's thinking. He unlisted all his videos and just vanished into thin air. Maybe he had some personal issues that made him quit his channel, but my guess is that he experienced success way too early, thought it was normal and that easy to achieve those numbers, and when he wasn't able to replicate the same success, he ended up losing hope and quit. I get that this can happen to any other channels, and it's a very understandable psychological response, but being a self-improvement YouTuber and seeing his videos where he preached so much about not giving up, always staying consistent, chase your dreams, I can't help but feel disappointed. Just a disclaimer here, I'm not perfect, and I'm not saying that I'm better than him, but in my humble opinion, I feel that if we ever want to be that friend that could help uplift those around us and motivate them to become better versions of themselves, we have to first be what we preach. He pretty much taught me a few important things that I hold close to my heart. Firstly, I am really glad that I did not experience success as early as he did. We, as humans, are naturally greedy. You thought that you can be happy living on $1,000 every month, but when you have actually achieved it, you want 2,000, 3, 10, 100. That greediness can't be satiated, and it's especially so if you experience success way too early. But when you went through the hard times over a prolonged period of time, you can't help but feel appreciative and grateful for any small success that you experience. I celebrated my first video that has gotten 100 views, my 100th subscriber, my first 1,000 view video, and then my 1,000th subscribers. Most would easily brush it off as rookie numbers and nothing to be happy about, but I was so happy and grateful when I achieved those milestones, or when I received that 1 or 2 comments in my earlier videos that told me how much my video has helped them. I celebrated the small wins and constantly reminded myself to be grateful for everything, because I'm not anyone special. I'm just like you guys, average, normal, and there's so many other people that you guys could give your time to, but you have decided to click into my video, watch till the end, or even subscribe to watch my future content. So if you ever find yourself in such a situation where success has yet to come your way, see it as a good thing, as we all have to first be humbled before we can be fully appreciative of any success and ensure its longevity. But if you found yourself to be the lucky few to experience early success, you have to remind yourself that this will definitely not last, and especially so if you give up. Don't assume that you'll always be this lucky and control your expectations. Otherwise, you'll end up leaving the court before you ever experience any genuine success. Now, the third and final main group that I could identify among all the self-improvement channels that I've subscribed to, which are also the majority, are those that has given up after a couple of months of posting. I would just like to re-emphasize that this doesn't just happen to self-improvement channels, but basically to every niche out there and even outside of YouTube. We are all guilty of pursuing something, thinking that it'll be an easy way out to financial freedom and to quit your job. Maybe it's dropshipping, maybe it's Amazon FBA, maybe it's starting up an Etsy shop. Regardless of what it is, or whatever pursuits that a random finance YouTube video of top 5 ways to earn easy 10k told you, we took the assumed results to also apply to us in a matter of days or weeks. It took me a lot of failed ventures, stupid financial decisions, and other random failures to finally teach me this one thing that I would never ever forget, even on my deathbed. That is, there is no such thing as an easy way out to success. If there is, it often involves unethical methods or committing a crime. But if you don't want to land yourself in jail, the only way for people like us is to do things the honest way, the slow and gradual route. Think about it. There is no rush for you to gain success. You have all the time in the world to build that business or improve your skills. Unless you're held at gunpoint or something, there's no reason for you to want to rush it in weeks or months, even if it's for your family, kids, or whatever. I know there are some people out there that says that you have to be desperate so that you actually put yourself out there to do things you would never do. But oftentimes, people take it the wrong way and end up building that high expectation that success must come fast if you do XXX. And before anything could happen, you either give up or you fall back to unethical methods or make stupid decisions like margin trading to try and gain that overnight success. The worst part is if you do stock or crypto margin trading and use reasons such as doing it for your family. You're just lying to yourself. You're only doing it for you. What I'm trying to say is for you to not make the same mistake as I did in the past, where you let your desperation for easy success blind your ability to make sound decisions, which could make you give up a dream that you have always wanted, or losing a ton of money because of greediness. To link back to the main point of most of the channels that gave up because they didn't see any success, what I've learned and what you can learn from is that success is not as easy as you think. It really isn't. Ignore the outliers of people getting a successful YouTube video in less than 10 videos or within their first couple of months. Those are outliers for a reason. It doesn't happen to everyone. It took me 2 years of consistent posting every single week, amassing over 100 long-form videos and hundreds of shorts that I've unlisted to finally experience my first viral video. And even after doing so, I quickly brought myself back down to earth and understand that this virality will not last, and it's just a small stepping stone to many more in the future if I keep going. And the key word here is if I keep going. If I assume that my next video after that viral video will be another hit and gave up when it didn't, I would have let 2 years of effort go down the drain. And worse, to never let my future self experience what it could feel like to finally achieve my dream of creating videos that could help people and being a positive influence to those around me. Furthermore, if I had given up in my first year of YouTube because over 50 of my long form videos are all at or below 100 views, I would not have been where I am today. I am sure there are other channels out there, but thus far, I personally have yet to come across another self-improvement channel other than Ruri Ohama that has grinded as consistently as I did for 2 long years or more before even experiencing any sort of visible success. Not bragging or anything, but I just want to put my point out there that I hope more channels out there that genuinely wants to get monetized or to make a career out of it to keep pushing no matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter if it takes a year, 2, 3 or more. Your day will come, whether it's for your YouTube channel or whatever dreams or goals that you are chasing. It's just a matter of when. The day you stop asking when it'll come is the day you'll finally succeed.